we call this type of integration indefinite integral. Afterwards, I'll explain to you why it is called indefinite integral. Before that, I want to show you how to integrate the different types of function. Okay, so let's say if you integrate a number multiply with x to a certain power, then the number will still be there, but the index n will increase by 1. So differentiate, you decrease by 1. Integrate, you increase the index by 1. So you plus 1 there. Then you divide by the new index, not the old one. The old one is n. The new one is n plus 1. So you divide with n plus 1. Then plus an arbitrary constant. Plus an arbitrary constant. So you can do this to all the terms involving x, but not the one with n equals to -1. It cannot work with n equals to -1. So this formula will only work with n equals to other numbers. Whether it is whole number, fraction, or negative numbers, it works, but cannot be -1 only. Okay, now I explain to you how to use this formula to integrate. So the first example is this one, right? First example, this one. Now we have 5x squared, integrate 5x squared with respect to x. With respect to x means we are going to do something to the x now. So what we are going to do to the x now? So before we do anything, the 5 here remain the same. Don't do anything to the number. Then the x squared, you plus 1. Plus 1 become x cubed. Then divide by, not 2, but divide by 3, the new index. Then plus c. So this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. Now, so far, can you follow this one? Do you know what to do? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Then we look at the second example. I want to integrate 2 over 3x squared dx. In this form, I cannot integrate because I didn't see the x to the power of something, so I cannot integrate. So I change this to 2 over 3. The x at the bottom is actually x to the power of -2. This number 2 and 3, you don't do anything to it. The 2 remains at the top, the 3 remains at the bottom. Only the x you move up become -2, right? Okay, so now I integrate -2, I have to add 1. Add 1 to -2, it becomes -1. -1. Then I divide by the new index. The new index is -1, so I divide by -1. So now I have to rearrange them. 2 is at the top, 3 is at the bottom. The negative sign I put in front. Negative sign I put in front. Then x to the power -1 is 1 over x plus c. So simplify some more. The 2 multiplied with 1 is 2. 3 multiplied with x is 3x. So the answer is -2 over 3x plus c. So this is the answer. This one can follow or not? Example number 2.
Can.
Okay. So what we are doing now is very consistent. Whether the power, the index is a positive number, we also add 1. Even if the power or the index is a negative number, we also add 1 there. Don't see negative, you get -1. You still add 1 there. Now we look at the third example. Third example, square root of x cubed dx. Integrate square root of x cubed dx. Now this square root is actually to the power of half. So I change this to the power of half. The 3 remains at the top. The square root is half, so I put at the bottom. If cube root is 3, fourth root is 4. But normally they will ask you until cube root only. They won't go and ask you fifth root, sixth root, right? Normally. Okay, right. So this number 3 over 2, you have to add 1. Add 1. Then you divide by the new index. The new index is 3 over 2 plus 1. So you have x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 1 is actually 5 over 2. If you cannot, then you use the calculator, right? 5 over 2. Then divide by the new index, divide by 5 over 2. You divide by 5 over 2 means you multiply with 2 over 5. That's why we have here 2 over 5, x to the power of 5 over 2. So far can follow or not?
Can.
Okay, right. So what we are doing is still the same. Increase the power by 1. Increase the power by 1, then divide by the new power, right? Then we want to simplify some more. I put it back, this 5, I put x to the power 5. But the 2 at the bottom means square root. So it's 2 over 5 square root of x to the power 5 plus c. Now all this integration, they are called indefinite integral. Indefinite integral, you will have a c at the back there, an arbitrary constant. Now, the 3 examples I've given you, 1, 2, and 3, there are different types, right? As I've said earlier, one is positive index, one is negative index, and another one, the index is a fraction. But this formula cannot be applied to in the case when n is -1. So when n is -1, we are actually talking about integrating x to the power -1 with respect to x. In other words, we want to integrate 1 over x with respect to x. Now, if you integrate 1 over x, you don't increase the power by 1 divided by power. Integrate 1 over x is actually log x. This one, log x. ln x is natural log. Not log base 10, but log base e. Right? So ln is log base e. Right? ln x is log base e x. Okay, so this case, so you didn't learn this case, right? You didn't learn, then no need to know this, right? But you must know the first 3 types. Now, okay, now mind. I ask you to do try a few questions. You try this one, number 2A, number 2A, right? Then number 2D, 2D, and the one with a negative index is a fraction. Fraction is f, 2f. So you try these 2 questions, right? You copy down the question, then I flip to the previous page to show you how to integrate. You copy these 3 questions, 2A, 2D, and 2F. Finish copy?
Yes.
Yes, then you refer to this slide here, the previous slide. So the 3, example 1, example 2, and example 3. remember to add this integration sign and dx at the back. The question just give you the term, but you have to put the integration sign and also the dx at the back. Integration sign in front, dx at the back. Then after integrating, you have to put plus c, where c is an arbitrary constant. Okay, go ahead. And the three examples. Let us see. Wait, okay, integrate 3x squared is 3x cubed divided by 3. Correct. The 3 and 3 can cancel, actually. Negative 2 over x squared is negative 2 x to the power of negative 1 divided by negative 1. Correct. Correct. This one is, oh, the negative become positive. Okay. Never mind. I explain here, right? How? Rotate 90 degrees. Rotate 180 degrees. Okay, right. So copy, then okay, here. Paste. Okay, right. So this one, the 3 can cancel, This one, the 3 can cancel, and the 3 and 3 can cancel. So you can have x cubed plus c. So this one you can cancel the 3x cubed plus c. This number you don't integrate. This is correct. Very good. This is correct. This is 2 to the power of negative 2. You add 1, become negative 1, divide by negative. This is correct. Now, however, the negative multiply with the negative here, it will become positive. Can you see the original one? There's a negative sign. When you integrate, there is also another negative sign, right? So the negative and negative become positive. So it is actually positive 2, not negative, positive 2 over x plus c. This is correct, right? So the negative, the one, negative, this is also very good. This one I don't think is cube root. You just wait, I don't think it's cube root. I think it's 3 times x square root of x. Number f. So f. This one is not cube root. If it's cube root, it will be very small. The 3 will be very small in front. Never mind. If you think that it is cube root, then if you think that it's cube root, never mind. I mark it as cube root. I mark it as cube root. This is correct. This is correct. Divide by 4 or 3, correct? Right? So this one, you still put the integration sign there. You put 1 over 3, yeah? If you integrate, then there will be no more negative sign, no more integration sign. This one already integrated, so no more this and no more this. This one got the integration sign and dx because you have not integrated the 1/3 yet. This is very good. This is very good. This is correct. Very good. So this is good, correct. But actually the question mean is 3 square root x. Actually what the question mean is 3x to the power of half. Right? If they want cube root, it will be like that. Then the 3 will be very small. The 3 will be very small. Then it's written like that. If it's written same size, the 3 and the x same size, it means that 3 is a number, the root is a square root. If the 3 is smaller than the x, then it means cube root. But anyway, if you think that is cube root, never mind. It is correct. This is correct. Very good. Because I show you square root and you know how to do cube root, so it's very good. Okay, right. So everything perfect except the negative sign, right? Okay, now I continue with one special case. The special case is what happens if I integrate a number, no x. So if you integrate a number, let's say k, then it will be kx plus c. Example, if you integrate 6 dx, it will be 6x plus c. If you integrate negative 1.5 dx, it will be negative 1.5 x plus c. If there's no number in front of the x, you just integrate the x like that, it means that the number is 1. So you integrate 1 become 1x plus c. This one important. No number, it means 1. Integrate 1 become x. Let's say if you integrate 5 over 4 become 5 over 4x plus c. Integrate 0, then the answer is c. But they seldom show this integrate 0, right? So the integrate 0 is always there, so you always plus the c there. The c comes from integrate 0. So far, are you okay with these two special cases where you have to integrate a number, where you have to integrate 0? Okay or not? Can follow?
Can.
Can. So integrate number become x, then integrate 0 is c. But then whether you show the 0 there or not, it is integrate 0, right? Always c. Okay, next one is this one. Now, earlier on, I told you all this, what we are doing here is definite integral, right? So definite integral, when you integrate a definite integral, you have to add c. Then what is not definite integral? Indefinite integral. Indefinite integral, you have to put a c there. Definite integral, you have a number at the top, a number at the bottom. These, they are called the upper limit and the lower limit, right? So you have to integrate one by one, then you substitute the numbers inside. This one, definite integral, I will show you later on, maybe next lesson, right? So now what we are dealing with is indefinite integral. Indefinite integral, they have no upper limit and no lower limit. Then you have to add c there, okay? So I carry on and see what we have here. So what I want to tell you here is one important result. If we have two functions, f and g, f can be a term or a function. That means an expression with many terms, right? So you want to integrate one function, f, plus another function, g. It is the same as integrating the function f, then plus integrate the function g. It means that the integration sign you can put here and put here, then integrate individually, term by term. Okay, now so you look here. This one is example number 6. Let's say I want to integrate 2x plus 3 minus 5 over x squared. Very long. It has 3 terms. So what I can do is I just integrate them one by one. Integrate 2x with respect to x. Integrate 3x with respect to x. Integrate 5 over x squared, 5x squared with respect to x. Okay. If you want to integrate 2x, this is actually 2x to the power of 1. If nothing is written there, it means the power is 1. So 2x to the power 1, 1 you add another 1 become 2. So it's 2x squared divided by 2. Now, if you want to integrate a number 3, what do you get? Earlier on, I told you, integrate number, what you get?
Number.
Integrate a number. Let's say 6, you get 6x, right? Integrate negative 1.5, you get negative 1.5x. So now you integrate 3, what do you get?
Uh, 3.
Integrate 3 cannot be 3, the order must increase by 1. X become x squared. X become x squared, right? If x cubed become x to the power 4, this one no x. When you integrate them, it become 1. The order increased by 1. Integrate 3x, you get 3.
Okay.
Integrate 5 over 4x,
3x
5 over 4, you get 5 over 4x. Integrate 1.5, you get 1.5x. So, integrate 3, you get 3x. Now, this one is the problem. 5 over x squared. So cannot integrate straight away. So I have to change to 5 x to the power of negative 2. Integrate negative 2 become negative 1 divided by negative 1. Now, again, you see here the negative and negative. Outside got negative. When you integrate by itself, you get another negative. So negative become positive, right? Positive 5 over x plus c. Next one. So far, this one got any question or not? This one. Now, example 6.
No.
No question. Then we look at another example. Integrate 3x to the power 5 minus 4 over x power 3, 3x to the power 3 plus this one, you see the x smaller one. This is your cube root lah. So it's 4 over 3. Here you can change. Now instead of integrating, we integrate one by one. Integrate this, then integrate this. Now this one you can integrate straight away. This one you can integrate straight away. X power 5 become x power 6 divided by 6. Number you just copy down. This one is actually x to the power negative 3. Plus 1 become less. Increase by 1 become negative 2 over negative 2. Number again you put outside. Oh, this one is like what you did earlier. 4. This one 4. So there's a 4 over x cubed. So plus 1. 4 over 3 plus 1 is 7 over 3. 7 over 3 divided by 7 over 3 plus c. So far, any question on this step here?
No.
No question. You know what to do. Okay. Then you can simplify. Cut. Will become 2 left. This negative become positive. The 4 and 2 also you can cut, become 2. Right? This one, you terbalik. 7 over 3 become 3 over 7. So the number put at the top, this number put at the bottom. So become 2 over 3x squared. Numbers, you leave it outside. This one you change back. Cube root x to the power 7 plus c. Right? So what I'm showing here is you combine a few terms together. But don't be afraid and you see so many terms. You just integrate them one by one. Right? One by one. Now this one got any question or not? Example 7.
No.
No. No, then I copy this. Then whether you can see it or not inside the WhatsApp there. Can you see clearly the questions there or not? I'll just send to you. Can see the questions clearly? I think can. This one is quite clear. Okay. I tell you what to do. You do time up already. So you do question number. You do question number 1A and 1B. Then you do which one? 2C. You do 2C. One more, number 2E. 2E and one more with fraction, 2G. This one is a negative fraction. 2G